Welcome to Overcome. I'm Christine Faraci, and through stories told by amazing everyday people like you can rise above and face the challenges that we have every day. Bigger and better than that is exactly what I want you to be. A more invincible you because of what you face, like all my guests. Today's guest, Jody Helmer, faced stage 3 breast cancer. She is definitely a survivor. 6 years ago, she went through that experience. Her humor, adaptability, and continued perseverance not only enabled her recovery, but it helped her to create an amazing new endeavor for yourself that I can't wait for you to see. You'll note when you watch my show with regularity that I will have quite a few breast cancer survivors on, and there's a few reasons for that. First and foremost is that breast cancer is the most commonly diagnosed cancer in the United States. Secondly, many driven, motivated, and committed people have been lobbying for funding research monies and support services for years, and mortality rates continue to decline, meaning we have way more survivors than ever before. And thirdly, even though breast cancer begins in the breast, no breast cancers are exactly the same, nor is each woman, nor is each life for coping. So there's always an amazing story to tell. See, the gifts gained from overcoming challenges are similar regardless of what the challenge is. Strength and endurance and confidence for sure. But there's this quiet one that you don't always notice right away, and that one is freedom. See, facing those challenges gives you the freedom to enjoy day-to-day experiences, to glean the most that you can out of them. And you learn to pursue health and happiness no matter what life tosses your way. As you listen to Jody's story, you will see that after what she's been through, the endeavor that she's creating for herself truly, truly expresses her gifts and her life. So you look beautiful, and if you don't mind me asking, okay, wait a minute, us cool chicks don't mind at all about age or that because we're happy to have another year, but you look beautiful and young. How old are you?
Thank you. I'm 42.
Well, you don't look it, so it must be a lifetime of taking care of yourself. Have you been into kind of health and wellness stuff for a while in your life?
I try. I mean, I thought I was really healthy when I got sick. I mean, I ran like 2 miles a day, ate my spinach, and yeah, so I try.
I know, that's how I felt too. When I was diagnosed with cancer, I had been running like 40 miles a week, working out with weights, eating good food, and I just never expected that there was something going on with me that I didn't understand.
I don't know. It floored me. I didn't expect it. I thought I was taking good care of myself, you know, and I was in shape and, you know, and didn't get sick, didn't get the flu, didn't get a cold for like 2 years. So, yeah, other than that cancer thing, I was pretty healthy.
I know, I tell people all the time, if it's not life-threatening, I don't get it. Because I don't get colds and flus and stuff. Isn't that weird?
I was like, yeah.
You know, I just don't get it. So, okay. So, since we don't get it, how old were you when you were diagnosed with cancer?
I was 36.
So you were young as well.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, besides still being young.
I try. I'm working it as best as I can. Yeah, I was 36, and I found a lot myself. It was just crazy. It was, you know, Saturday morning, taking a shower and rub-a-dub-dub, and oh my God, what is this? And yeah, so went to the doctor. You know, before I went to the doctor, because I don't like going to the doctor. I'm the type, like, I'm so not a hypochondriac. It's like, let's get that clear.
Right.
And I showed my husband. I said, "Oh my God, honey, you know." And he, of course, panicked and like, "Wow, what is this? What if that's cancer?" And I'm like, "Well, screw that, Like I was like, "Well, Twinkies, I'm gonna be fine, and I don't care. I'll get chemo, radiation, take them off. I don't care. I don't need them. I'm gonna be fine, And I seriously meant it. That was my attitude, and so I went ahead and went to the doctor because I had always gotten the lumpy fibrosis stuff when you have premenstrual syndrome. And, they're sore, they're not fun, and everything swells. But something told me this was a little bit different because it was the wrong time of the month. It was this cycle had just ended, and everything else had gone back to normal and wasn't as sore and lumpy and painful. But this one, and it was up high. So I wasn't like real sure.
It wasn't even like barely breasts.
Yeah.
I felt
no,
like,
right. I thought because I did.
My breasts aren't that high.
And I worked out. I was active, and I thought, well, I pulled something in my pec region or whatever. I don't know. But I went ahead and went to the doctor. And I was like kind of embarrassed too because I didn't want him to think I was a hypochondriac or anything. Because I would normally be, I'll wait 3 months, the annual exam. If it's still there, I'll tell him. So no, something told me just let's go find out. It's something's not right. So I went, and it was tender to the touch. So of course you've heard, that's if it hurts, it's good, it's okay. And of course the doctor said that's not typically characteristic of cancer. But, let's do an exam. And, yeah, about jumped off the table. It was tender. And he was like, yeah, that's a good sign, blah, blah, blah. Then went into my armpit, and he found another one. Well, that hurt, too. And I was like, and so... And I thought it was a ingrown hair, from shaving and stuff.
So during that process, then you found out that you had cancer, and
I
then
did.
As you were finding more and more information, you ended up finding out that it was not early stage breast cancer.
No, that's right. It was pretty aggressive. It was stage 3 with lymph node involvement, and they were stunned because I was only 9 months before that I had my annual exam and everything was golden, even though there wasn't a mammogram involved. There were no palpable lumps. Nothing. So in only 9 months for there to be that size, that stage, it was like record breaking from what they told me. And so yeah, my plan, it was chemo, radiation, double mastectomy, or oral medicine, just you name it. As it turns out, I actually started chemotherapy on my 37th birthday. Oh. Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to me. But it is a good. It was. Yeah. It wasn't the way I expected, but it was a good birthday because it's kind of a double birthday. Because if I didn't do that on my birthday, I might not have any more birthdays.
So actually, with all that you went through, what was it that you did during that period to cope? Because we laugh about our hair, and we laugh about having to, shave things and do things, but obviously chemotherapy, you don't feel well, and you're tired, and you're still dealing with the fears of what does lymph node involvement mean, and we know statistically that's not as positive.
Right.
So what was it that you did to take care of yourself and to cope with that situation?
I kept busy. I went on vacation. But things did change a lot. I did have to change jobs. I did have to, but you know what it was is afterwards, after I got better, is where I had more with the coping and stuff. I think it was like I didn't have time to.
Right. You're kind of going from treatment.
Yeah, when I first got sick, you don't have time to worry. You're like, okay, let's go, bring it on. Next, okay, what, doctor? Next. I didn't have time to worry. I just had to get better. I had to stay on track. It wasn't until afterwards when I was technically better, a couple years later, and hair's growing back, and reconstructive surgery and certain things, and okay, well, here I am. Now what do I do? Because I can't go back to doing what I was doing, and other job situations that have changed as well. What do I do?
So, though you've had a lot of changes in your life and kind of recreating, not really total recreating self, but recreating an environment, it's caused you to push yourself into a new arena maybe for yourself?
Yeah.
Of expression? Or
Yeah,
neat.
it definitely has.
So tell us a little bit about that.
I have a small little portrait business.
Really?
Yeah,
Neat.
yeah.
Okay.
It's called Catch Life Photography. Catch Life. It's
Yeah, where'd that come from?
well, it's
And besides, I love that, like catching life.
Thank you.
You want to like catch it and you
Yeah.
hang on and
It's
not let it go.
got several meanings. It's got several meanings. It actually appeared like I was waking up one morning, and because I was thinking, and I saw it, Catch Life. It like appeared. It's got a couple meanings to it besides taking the picture and catching someone's. In the photography world, there is a term called catch light, which is like the highlight, the sparkle in eyes, dogs, people, kids, the sparkle in your eyes or whatever, and that's called catch light. And I don't know, just kind of did a little play on words, catch life, and because I got a second chance at life, catching life, and that's what I like to do, and capture people, their essence, who they are. I love the candid shots. I love helping people, and that's just a vessel for me to do a few things. Help people, be creative. I'm a people person. And it's, I've met a lot of people, and I don't know, met you. I don't know, I definitely have some blessings in my life, and I miss that I don't have kids, and the whole thing with my family, and I ended up just recently had a hysterectomy. So who knows, maybe adoption in the future, I don't know, but just try to one day at a time.
Thank you so much for being on the show, for sharing your light in your life, for allowing this experience to transform you, for not letting the fears and challenges get you down. I mean, really, no matter what happens every day of your life, you just keep getting up and going again. And that is courageous and amazing.
Thank you. It is hard. It is a struggle every day, but I want to thank you for this opportunity. I appreciate that very much. I love you. I love you, too. Thank you so much.
And thank you again for being brave enough to share your story. It is hard to share deep felt things with people that you don't even know.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Life is not easy for any of us. But what of that? We must have perseverance and, above all, confidence in ourselves. We must believe that we are gifted for something, and that this thing, at whatever cost, must be attained. These words were spoken by Marie Curie, a physicist and chemist, the first person to receive 2 Nobel Prizes. Under her direction, the world's first studies were conducted into the treatment of cancers using radioactive isotopes. Stage 3 breast cancer challenged, and still does challenge, Jody. Body, mind, heart, and spirit. But as you saw, she is one gutsy, courageous woman who still catches life, both her own and that of others in her art. I think you should too. Go ahead, catch life, create, and do not wait until a challenge forces you beyond what you believe to be true about yourself. How about doing it now? Explore yourself today. Who are you? Who do you want to be? What do you want to do? You can do anything you want. Dream again, and make sure your dreams come true. Not only do I know that you can do it, I am excited to see what you are going to create. Next week on Overcome, Dr. Dick Snyder shares how he not only overcame stage 4 neck cancer, but how he also helps others do so as well.